Hey everyone, I am Dorisa and I'm coming from my office, my desk. But I was coming because I just was thinking, just kind of sitting in thought. I was looking over a business plan. And something came into my mind about how us as business owners, a lot of times things be looking and going so well that we start adding a lot of different things to our plate. And it looks like we're being active and proactive, but really we are being distracted. And it's a fine line to kind of look in between to see, like, is this the route that I want to go on when it comes to my business and the things that I support and my vision for myself that I seen for myself? Or is this just another thing that I'm adding on? And it's a very thin line to be able to tell. It's a very thin line to be able to kind of understand where this road meets. Where are we in alignment, or we just doing something? I don't want to keep the conversation long, but I just was kind of thinking, like, okay, so am I in alignment, or am I just doing something right now? I've been busy. I am, feeling like this new way of thinking, new way of wanting to go by and do things with my life. And I know others may be feeling the same too, especially if you are getting into your business and you've been running a business for a while, and right now you're at the point of just trying to figure out, where do you fit everything that's going on in your life with the business or the purpose of your life. And sometimes I come to that crossroads of, is this fulfilling the things that I needed to fulfill? Is this me doing this thing is part of my alignment? And I found myself running into a couple of things that I'm glad that it came about, because sometimes we're put in situations where it is a distraction, but it's also a lesson, it's also a blessing, it's also a connection, and those things are very important as well. What I mean by that is, for instance, you're out and you decide to take a job, and you really didn't want that job, but that's the job that you end up going to. And along the way, even though it kind of slowed you down on your process, it or whatever, whatnot, it didn't stop it. And it didn't stop it. And with that, along the way, you start working. You get to grow your money and align a little bit better with some decisions that you probably make about your finances or whatever. So you get to level up and kind of take care of your finances and your family and things of that nature. You meet people, and some you end up growing closer to. Things like you end up growing closer to and building bonds with. And then it's like, but I did a lot with this. I took this and I made it something, but it still was not on the path that I was originally wanted to be on. So what do I do? And so then we have to just choose. What do we do? Sometimes God pushes us out. I've seen that happen to me in my life in a way of jobs where I wasn't ready to go and I got pushed out. And I always seen that, you know, if you pick up different things in your life, if you pick up random cycles that happen in your life, then you kind of notice it. So I've grown to notice when it's time for me to go, a lot of things get very difficult because I will be like, I'm gonna stay, and then it forces me to go sometimes. And sometimes I can just see that it's time for me to go. But anyway, I'm sorry to kind of get off track about that, but like I said, I was just thinking, like, we pick up so many different things, especially as a business owner, especially us just trying to, like, we're getting into like this new feeling and we're working and we're striving, but when we're not taking care of the business per se, we're marketing, we're putting ourselves out there, you know, we are doing things that causing us to kind of feel good. We probably stepped our foot in doing community service and things of that nature and serving in our community, and we really have not put our hands on our business. And are we, I don't know if y'all can hear my kids in the background, but are we aligned? You know, are we truly aligned with what, I hope y'all don't hear my phone in the background. I'm pausing so here because he's super loud, but I just didn't want to stop my conversation, and I am not one of the girls that do the editing. You know, it's just not my big forte. So I was, like I said, I was in the middle of doing my this business plan that I've been working on for a while, and I just was thinking, and so I just was thinking, what am I doing? And you know, and I'm thinking maybe others might be thinking, what am I doing? What am I trying to build here? What am I trying to what am I trying to create in my life? What do I want to, you know, really see happen in my life? And you know, it's just questions to think about. And I guess I'm kind of getting more, and I'm always trying to be in tune with myself to feel like, okay, Teresa, kind of off. You kind of off and on the right track. You kind of don't steer to the left a little bit, you know. And we have to really get to know ourselves to be able to own in on that. Okay, this is not what I see fit for my life. This is not what I see. Or this is what I see. Or this is how I can put this together. This is how it can work for me. And we just keep on going. And I ain't saying just kind of, you know, just something to think about. I want to give it to you guys. Hopefully somebody can take something from it. And I'll be back to talk more business chronicles.